Today I want to show you how to change colors while you're crocheting so that you can make seamless two-toned projects. As you can see here, I've made an M, and this is the correct side of my work, or the front side I should say, and this side is the back side. And I started here, actually I ended here, I started down here, and I'm ending my M up here. So all I need to do is just weave in these two tails, and both my back side and front side will be reversible. They'll both look good. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. The first technique I want to show you is how to change colors at the end of a row. So if I'm doing single crochet stitches and I'm getting near to my last stitch, in fact here is my last stitch, so I'm going to go in, do the yarn over, and pull up. Before I do the last yarn over to finish the stitch, that's where I'm going to change my yarn. And that's how you should do it, whether you're doing a single crochet stitch, a double crochet. When you get to that last yarn over to finish the stitch, that's the one you want to change the color on. So I'm going to take my new yarn and I'm going to do my yarn over and pull through. So see how when I pull everything together here, my last single crochet stitch is in the old color, and my loop where I'm going to start my new row is in the new color. Now this is the point at which you may want to just stop and tie these two together and knot it, so that way you won't have any problems with unraveling. So we just turn it over. I'll do that later. We'll turn it over, and now I start my new row in blue, like that. So see, it's really quite easy, and you can just tug those and knot them up, and you've changed colors at the beginning of a row. Now let's see about a technique that we can use to change colors mid-row. So I'm ready to do 4 stitches in blue, but then I want to switch to my beige color. So I've done 3. We're going to use the same technique that we used at the end of the row. We're going to start our stitch in blue, but in order to finish it, we're going to switch to the beige. Okay, so we're going to do our yarn over, and then we're going to pull through, and this way we've got 4 stitches in blue, and now we're ready to start in our new color. But we've got to think through another technique here. I also want to do 4 stitches of blue at the end of the row, and when I turn, I'm going to do the first 4 stitches of the next row in blue. So I need my blue yarn to be over here, but I'm working in beige. Well, this is where we have to take the blue yarn and place it over the chains that we're going to work into, so that way when we make our stitches in beige, the blue yarn gets trapped in between the stitches and carried along with us until we need it. So let's just do, see, so I'm inserting my hook into the next chain, but I'm being sure that the blue yarn is also over my hook. Then I pull up a loop and I finish my stitch. And so if I keep doing that across, ensuring that the blue yarn is trapped in between, then you really can't tell what I've done and I'm making my work seamless and reversible, except for the tail. And be sure that your tails are all showing up on the same side together, so at the end you can weave them in and clip them. So now I got to keep an eye on where 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I work into this stitch, I want to be in blue again. So I've got 3 more beiges to do. Oh, okay. So now the next ones are going to be blue. So that means I want to switch back to my blue yarn. So I performed the last loop of my beige stitch in blue so that I can pick it up and finish the row with blue. So now when I turn and I start my next row, so now when I turn and start my next row, I'm doing blue, and I've done 3 stitches and I want to do a 4th. I'm going to switch back to my beige, and I'm going to pull it through here and pull my blue. So I've got 4 stitches in blue, and now I'm ready to start on my beige, but I'm going to need my blue over here again. So this time I need to carry the blue with me. So I need to be sure that I'm putting the blue in between. Now this might affect your color choices, because when you're pulling a dark color through a light color, it is going to show through a little bit, which can be a nice look. So you just need to think that through when you're making your color choices, however. But I kind of like it. So I'm just going to carry the blue all the way through. Got 3 more stitches to do. 1, 2. But again, I want to switch back to, let's see, that's my yarn tail from the stitch below. Now I want to switch back to the blue. And there we go. And see how it's seamless? It really is stark where I start and end a color, and both sides. Now that one's going to get carried up here again when I do my next row in beige.